We live on YouTube. Waka waka, guys. Let's see. Am I running? We are live on YouTube. I say we, I'm by myself. So me and the voices in my head, we are here. Episode 100. Waka waka. Welcome to, how the fuck do I start? It's been a while since I did a live stream. Go ahead and what's up? We've done it. We've made it every week for the last 3-4 months, knocking out episode after episode, previewing the extra butter feed. I think November was the last month that I did bi-weekly episode drops. I think it was 2 episodes a month, like I've been doing for the last, I believe, year and a half or so. As of right now, I did have a poll up on Twitter. I was talking but I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do for it. As much enthusiasm and as much stuff as I have been putting towards episode 1, building it up and like, hey, what the fuck do I have? What the fuck do I have in store for this? I mean, let's be real, man. If I was doing it weekly from the beginning, we'd be here like 2 years prior to this day, in my opinion. But, it is what it is. I'm not getting Joe Rogan money. Hell, even Uncle Joey Coco Diaz went back to 1 episode a week. So, but I wanted to do episode 100. I wanted to get episode 100 in the same ballpark as the 4-year anniversary. Little backstory, if y'all don't know, 2019 was the year the first episode dropped. As I'm looking at the Spotify playlist or Spotify site, it was dropped in March, and didn't have a specific date, but I think it was the 23rd, 21st of 2019. Now, why am I doing a live? Why don't I have something in the books, or something in the back pocket to episode 100? Well, I did. I actually recorded something yesterday. Like I said, I had a poll going up. I don't know whether to talk, shoot the shit or review a movie. Now, I really didn't have a movie on my mind. A lot of movies that I have on, I want to say, the coming soon section. Where are we going with this? I am on the website. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Let's go ahead and share the screen. Now, this is shutuppopcorn.com. This is the WordPress website that I have. And if you come over here to this, here you got the home button, the about me. I have the episode list. I have every episode on here from season 1 to season 5. I need to update it. It's been a while. I know I need to update it. But then here's this little coming soon section. Then here's the extra butter post, and then shout outs. So right here in the coming soon section, it's not a, it's not in order of, it's not in order. So like if the top one you see here, this was last week's episode, slowly but surely loading up the Super Mario Brothers. And then here we have Fletch, Carlito's Way. These are just movies I have heard, seen, researched, whatever, that, and there's some DVD, direct to DVD versions of Mean Girls. So I have never even heard of this one, but you know what? And shout out Keebler Chillo. This is your movie. Whenever you're ready to do that, Lydia, this is your movie. I know this sucks. You can only see, you're not seeing Zorro, but it's just the title. And then this one I got for Disco, if he ever decides to jump on here. But like I said, this isn't, this is just a list of potential ones. And some of them, I mean, I don't think I even put up Boondock Saints. I think this is the Boondock Saints poster. But go ahead and stop that. And it's the website. And so what do I have in store for episode 100 on YouTube Live as we speak? I was going to get on TikTok Live, but I got to pull out the tripod and the phone holder and all this shit. Maybe I should get on. Where is my phone? Maybe I should get on TikTok Live. It's one thing I haven't really done well is promote the podcast other than, hey, the episode's out. And like I've always said, people out there, I'm always appreciative of people listening, just because, I'm just an average dude. I'm just this regular guy and who, wants to be creative. If you've heard the podcast from the beginning or just in general, I have these little ads, these sponsors that are sponsors of the podcast in a way. They're technically my little goofy, parody commercials. It's a lot of fun goofing off and I need to do some more. I've always said that I need to do more, but I like to recycle the ones, from the very beginning. I know I had to put at least a few out, and then once I got to a certain amount, I was like, let me recycle some of these other ones. So just in case you didn't listen to, the one in episode 2 or the one in episode season 3, episode 4 or whatever. Because in reality, yes, I use Anchor. I still do to this day. And they've actually changed their name to Spotify for podcasters, whatever the fuck that's about. But I'm not really getting sponsors and ads. Like, I was actually going to do a live on air advertisement, but I didn't come up with nothing. I was like, it'd be funny, how some radio stations or some shows, they go, even in the podcast, they go right into the advertisements. And I actually heard an old radio show on a recent K100 Patreon drop of John Arezzi reading an advertisement, and I was like, that's pretty fun. And there's potential there, and I just haven't really come up with nothing. And for the history, as long as the podcast has been around, work has always been not an obstacle, but or not really a hurdle, I guess. I guess a hurdle, not obstacle. Anyway, at the time I was working different jobs, and the weekends really had me going all over the place. And by the time I get home, I was like, I'm not really tired. That's why a lot of the episodes would drop bi-weekly. So I had a whole week to work on something, get it together, and then release it the following week. And then, I had time to fiddle around with the extra butter stuff. I love the extra butter stuff because I can just do it and drop it and be done with it. But if you notice, the last maybe 4 episodes have been trailer hater episodes, and the whole extra butter deal is to mix it up. Popcorn and chill is obviously, I saw this in movie theaters, or I saw this on streaming, and let me talk about it. Bizarro, I've been meaning to do a Bizarro Stroop. I don't know how you would pronounce but SURMP for shut up and refill my popcorn. But I haven't done one in forever, and I need to. Then there's the popcorn tins, which is something new, pretty concept that came up with, movies that I enjoyed watching growing up that don't fit the category of, a potential stinker or a Bizarro. So they don't have no sequels, whatever. I did it on The Replacements. I did it on Blank Man. And so yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna take a little break from the main podcast. I mean, there's 100 episodes. You can sink your teeth into them. You can re-listen to them. I would highly suggest the episodes where I have guests on because um, it's just fun. Like, why would you want to listen to me? I mean, I know I got the voice of an angel. I'm a no, I don't. So, but yeah, it's fun. Like, most recently, I had an episode with CJ Manuel, and it was on. Ironically, this is one of the first times a guest, and no offense to my guest, that well, no, not really. There was a few times, but I think there's been a couple of times where people, and I have no problem with people wanting to talk about other stuff, whatever movie they want to talk about. I just enjoy conversations. I enjoy, talking with people and, digging in, talking to them and getting to know them and stuff like that. And if they have a love for movies like I do, or anything, and it's just fun. And so, but yeah, it was cool conversation. We did Be Cool. I've had multiple return guests off the top of my head. Everett Anthony and Tito, they've been on a couple episodes with me. I've had Sarge, Bastard Prophet on Twitter, and host of the Citizen's Guide to the Supernova. And I probably fucked that up, and I'm so fucking sorry because I shoot from the hip here. I have no notes, no window. I do have windows, but it's on the website. But what the fuck is the point here? Well, the point is I'm going to review episode 100 is going to review the first episode of the podcast. And I know I just jumped from one thing to a fucking other, and I'm so fucking sorry. But I've been rambling for what? I don't even know, more than 10 minutes. So yeah. Love the pod, love doing the podcast. Not gonna stop, taking a break, not gonna stop. Gonna come back, hopefully a little bit better. But I need a breather. They say, and not only that, a lot of podcasts say for whatever reason, the ones I enjoy, a lot of times they've taken a break, and there's I wish they would, wish to come back, but for whatever reason, eventually they come back with an episode or two, and it's fun, and so that's what I'm going to do here. And I know I jumped around and I lost my train of thought, but then, like I said, I shoot from the hip. This is not a Joe Rogan Spotify contract podcast. It's just a dude that loves movies, loves storytelling, and the gimmick here is I even like the shitty ones. And let's be real, there's a lot of the episodes I've done. At the end of them, I've said I've enjoyed them, and it's true. I have enjoyed them. There has been a few, and I cannot really think off the top of my head, the one that I really regretted, and but I'm pretty sure it's out there. So, like I said, gonna go ahead and review the first episode. I'm not gonna do the whole episode. I know it had a trailer haters segment in there, and this at the time when I started the podcast, I did the movie review and then the trailer haters segment, which eventually became its own thing on Extra Butter. And so I'm just going to review the main stuff. And if y'all remember, or if you don't remember, if this is your first time, first of all, thank you for listening and joining the live. But also, you know what? I didn't even plug it on fucking social media. I should do that, no? But gonna bring up the episode on Spotify as soon as I bring up the screen. Here we go. And I did a test run with the audio. So if you're unable to hear it, I apologize. And I won't, you're gonna see me in the window, but I'm probably not gonna talk over much of it. And it's 17 minutes long, and it's over the Indiana Jones movie, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls. Now, since then, they have not only released a trailer, and it's coming this summer, is the sequel, basically part 5, with an even older Indiana Jones, but hasn't come out yet. Maybe it's worth, I mean, yeah, it's worth watching, but maybe it's better than this one. Only time will tell. But at the time of this recording, which was like 4 years ago, this one was a stinker. This one was the one that had people hating on it. And granted, I should have watched the movie to refresh my mind. And I apologize, but this ain't a review of the movie. This is a review of the first episode. And it's kind of fun hearing myself. And I remember where I was when I recorded this. I was sitting in my bed with my phone and the microphone. It was a Shure mic hookup to the iPhone. I think it was a MV88. And I just talked, and here we go. Let's share the screen one more time and share the audio. Can you see in the corner? Here we go. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Shut Up and Refill My Popcorn. And just like the title says, shut up, shut the fuck up, quit your bitching, quit your complaining, sit back, relax, and just enjoy the show. What does that mean? It means one of two things. It means one, I'm going to be talking about some bullshit people be putting on about certain movies and trailers. More along the trailer line. The movies, there's some meat on that bone that, you know, why people should hate certain movies, but you know what? To each their own. This is all shits and giggles. This is all fun and entertaining stuff, even if it isn't. I'm just gonna basically run down some reasons why people hate certain movies. Why is this movie so bad? There's, does it really need to be hated? And talk about some trailers about that, people hate on social media about. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show. This first episode is going to be about Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And then we're going to get into some of the Captain Marvel BS. So...
baby, this is Jimbo over here, Jimbo's Bar and Tiki Grill. We got beer in cans, baby, we can't have it in bottles, cause the next thing you know, gonna break someone's head and gonna have a lawsuit. We can't have that. We got food, baby, we got beer, batter, shrimp, beer, batter, chicken fingers, beer, batter, chicken fried steak, all the beer, batter, fried food you can handle. Mushrooms, pickles, onions, tomatoes. We're at Jimbo's Bar and Tiki Grill, baby. We got all kinds of beers, domestic, imported, whatever you like. We can't have them in bottles, because like I said, break off someone's head, we have a lawsuit on our hands, we can't have that. We gotta have beer in cans, baby. Next thing you know, you set them cans up, you bring them to the recycling plant, woo-wee, you get 50 cents on the pound, you come back, you bring me some business, next thing you know, you can have more cans for you. So come on, let your boy Jimbo over here at Jimbo's Bar and Tiki Grill on Sunset Boulevard. We're right next to the Super Target.
Next to the Super Target. They actually took sounds off of Anchor.
Yo, what's up? Welcome back, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. Like I was saying, we're gonna be diving into what made the redheaded stepchild of the Indiana Jones franchise exactly suck. Like, why did the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull just not really do it for a lot of people? Personally, let me just go off
Old
on
indie.
my personal thoughts.
And
The
Shia
alien aspect of it was kind of unbelievable. I mean, come on now. Archaeology has nothing to do with astrology. Just saying. I felt like the Shia
You
LaBeouf
can tell I had a
character.
lot of research.
I couldn't
into
believe
this
him as like
episode.
being the son of Indy, just because I could. Every time, for me, he was still that dude from the Disney Channel. He was still that dude from Even Stevens and that knucklehead. And it's just, I mean, yeah, he did all right. in Transformers and Eagle Eye and whatnot, but I don't know. I
still
still
haven't
see
seen
saw
Eagle
him
Eye.
as like a comedic actor. And I mean, one of the last things that I can think of right now off the top of my head is the CGI. And that scene where the boat is falling off the cliff but lands on a tree and then slowly, and the tree, slowly guides it to the water. That's ridiculous. That's like, that's up there with the dudes off.
All right, I'm gonna pause it real quick. You can tell. I don't know if you can. For me, maybe because it's popping in my head. You can tell I'm laying down. You can tell I'm laying down. And at the time, I think I was trying to find my comfort. I was be like maybe a lot of times when I was on I remember laying on like my stomach or like with my back arched, and then after a while you sit like that or you lay like that, it gets uncomfortable. And I want to say I shifted a few times, but yeah, like the points I'm bringing up here with Shia LaBeouf, since then Shia LaBeouf has done a little bit of crazy stuff here and there, but I think one of the films I always see on like TikTok or whatever is the one where he's walking with a kid, a younger person, younger person than him with Down syndrome, and I cannot think of the name of that movie, but every time I see that on TikTok, I'm always like, man, I want to watch this movie. And I know he did a film based on his life, Honey Pot or Honeydew, something, Honey something. And for some reason, I get them kind of mixed up. But since I guess his real dad didn't like it or whatever, and he has said it on the podcast with John Bernthal, I think real ones, how he hurt his dad and this and that. But as of now, I don't think Shia has been in much. I've seen his co-stars from Even Stevens, do podcast and whatnot. The dude that played Beans, holy shit. He still looks like a kid, even though he shaved his head and has facial hair, but he looks like a little rascal trying to, pretend to be an adult. I don't know. He still looks young, but yet he has features that make him look older. Like I said, bald head and all this and that. The CGI and all this stuff for the film that I'm I guess beginning to talk about. I mean, God, now with this new film coming out, they de-aged Indy. And like there's some scenes in there where they de-aged him. That's the whole thing. The technology is a little bit better. I think that movie came out in 2008. So that's at least 15 years. Holy shit. Damn. I mean, damn. So that just blew my mind. But yeah, like you can really tell, like I should have just started with the main audio. I don't know why I'm on Spotify, but I did the intro and the commercial with Jimbo maybe coming back with a new commercial. I mean, he had that whole shutdown because of COVID, but I think he's up and running again. So I have to check back with him, see what's up, and maybe he moved out of Florida. Who knows? But let's.
Fast and Furious jumping
Okay, I don't know what the fuck that meant. Let's go back.
off of vehicles and landing and nothing breaking on their body. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, you can tell right
Not
there.
to mention
I kind of moved.
that weird ass intro or the beginning of the movie where he survives a nuclear explosion in a lead-lined fridge.
That
Like,
still pisses me off.
why? Why? Although I did like the part where you got to see the Ark in Area 51. That was pretty cool. The nostalgia, I loved it. You got to see Indy again. Harrison Ford can still pull it off. But yeah, like let's go over some like internet stuff. And right now I'm reading off of an article on the website Screen Rant,
Listen to the
written
professionalism
in
in this
2016.
production.
It's entitled 12 Reasons the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull Screwed Up Indiana Jones. So
I wonder if it's still
let's
there.
start with, well, they say 12, but it starts with 13 for some reason, so let's start off with 13. It undid a great ending. Now, they're saying that the ending that
Last Crusade.
law
The
that was
riding off
established
into
at
the
the end
sunset.
of The Last Crusade, where they ride into the sunset, should have been it. And now that I'm thinking about it, looking at this article, and just they have a picture up, it's like that has to be it. They rode into the sunset. They survived. Boom. Trilogy. Okay, we're done. Number 12 is going to be about the convoluted plot.
If you made it
Basically
through the full
saying
episode,
that
thank
he
you.
finds some articles,
'Cause
he
it's
fights some
me.
bad dudes,
I'm ready to
solves
pause
a
this
couple of
motherfucker and
puzzles
just shoot
to
this
get to
shit.
where he's going. Kind of the same old in most of the
Show my shout outs.
movies.
I don't even know if I can. Can
Number
I play 'em
11
on
is
here?
no interesting villains. They're talking about the chick played by, oh, what's her name? I can't think of her name, but she plays the bad guy, and her name in the movie is like Spalko or Spunko or something like that. She's the Russian chick. Yeah. She just really wasn't doing it. She just, oh, I have a sword. Let's sword fight on in between jeeps. That's kind of weird. Number 10, and I'm probably gonna just pass through a couple of these because I'm not gonna go down every fucking thing they're talking about. So let's say fuck 10. Number 9 is a good reason. The lack of grit and darkness. Now, Temple of Doom was fucking dark. Y'all shit, if y'all haven't seen it, y'all need to fucking realize
I'm
how
sure y'all seen it.
shitty your life is. And rent that DVD, VHS, whatever, and watch it.
VHS.
It was dark. It was the darkest of all the movies. But, I mean, it was.
I think it was because Steven Spielberg was going through a divorce.
Yeah, Spielberg, like, directed. He was going through some bad shit from what I read or whatever.
Divorce, motherfucker.
It's going down to
taking half his
number
shit.
6. They're saying that the supporting characters kind of sucked, which, yeah, if you think about it, there was no Marcus Brody. Of course, they said he died. Henry Jones Jr., played by Sean Connery, couldn't be in it because, obviously, Sean Connery retired from acting. He's not dead, thank God. I mean, when he does, it's going to be bonkers.
Since this episode.
I always wondered why they didn't bring Short Round back. Like, I know why they didn't bring... well, they did bring Marion back, but they didn't bring
All right, stop right there. This was 2019. I forget his name, Craig Wan. We'll just call him Short Round. Has since then not only come back into acting, landed a role, and won the Academy Award Best Supporting Actor for that film. How fucking crazy is that? How fucking crazy is that? Granted, I want to say it's rigged. I really do. But just the fact that he came back, not 1, 2, 3 films after coming, he came back, did a film. That film got him the Academy fucking Award. That is fucking awesome. Now, I don't know if I ever got into this in this episode. I feel like I did, where a potential sequel or potential Indiana Jones film sees the them reuniting, and Short Round basically getting the pissed. Basically, it's not a happy reunion, and I don't know. I know I have said it before, but I don't know if it was this episode or not. But my idea would have been like him trying to, or him, I mean, Indy trying to fix that relationship, and Short Round feeling like, you left me. What the fuck? And Indy just, you were a kid. You needed to be a kid. You didn't need to be I didn't need to put you in danger. You know, that kind of dynamic. But at the time, obviously, he wasn't in acting, or he wasn't doing anything, I guess, living his life. And then, like I said, since then, he's done this. Is there a potential for, I don't know. I don't know. They missed the fucking mark because they are filming, or they filmed Indiana Jones 5. And I think what the name of the film that he short round one, with everything all at once, something like that. It came out last year, probably was filmed during 2020 or 2021. But sidetrack, sorry. That would have been so much better than this shit we got in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And like I said, the film hasn't come out yet. I've seen the trailer, actually did a trailer haters episode on that, among other films. But I have high hopes for this new one. But I think I mean, they brought back Miriam, like I said in the episode, we're gonna scrap the rest of this bullshit. But returning characters, the nostalgia, the the grit in a way. Raiders was a little not crazy dark. Temple was definitely dark, and Crusade was a little bit back to Raiders kind of tone. And then this one is Raiders light, I guess. But yeah, so let me go ahead and stop sharing the screen because I do want to get into something else. And as of right now, I don't know how long I've been going, maybe 30, 40 minutes. Not going to stay long. Obviously, I kind of like the whole podcast being no more than 40 minutes, 30 minutes tops. Granted, with everything put in and everything. So the first episode, obviously, where I was in my mindset was going off of memory. And a lot of times when I do an episode, now I'll watch the movie, and it's fresh in my mind to review, whether I record right after the movie's done or a day or two later. It's fresh in my mind. At the time of this recording, I was just going off of memory and articles online, and just I had a list of movies to talk about, and Indiana Jones, and I don't know if I even said it in the episode, it's really near and dear to me because it's one of the first movies I watched as a child that wasn't Ninja Turtles or Batman. And if you know me, you know I'm a huge Batman mark and Ninja Turtles from back in the day. I don't know about the stuff newer, but that's a whole nother subject. And Indiana Jones, I remember the tape. For whatever reason, they sold the tapes at McDonald's. I hope that memory isn't a Mandela effect, but I remember my dad buying Raiders of the Lost Ark at McDonald's. And I can't remember what the promotion was or what, but I want to say Garth Brooks had a cassette. Like, you could buy a cassette. It's fucking weird. I don't know. It's something. It's just my memory, and maybe it's a memory. Maybe we went to McDonald's and then went to the video store. I don't. But I just have this connection of Indiana Jones and McDonald's for whatever reason, because we bought all three films through McDonald's. So, but Raiders or Indiana Jones, the character, is up there, but it's not so commercialized like the Turtles and Batman, where it's like, we got this character in really small doses, really extremely small doses, because you had the first three movies during the 80s. Then there was a TV show, The Chronicles of Young Indiana Jones, that I still to this day haven't seen. I just remember this thought popped into my head that just randomly, I think it was when I was doing Boondocks, and the actor from Boondocks played a younger version of excuse me, Indiana Jones. And so I went down this real rabbit hole of, I wonder where can I see this? And I think it was ABC, so maybe it's on Disney Plus, maybe it's not. Maybe I have to go in the deep, dark depths of downloading it. So, anyways, that's gonna be it for this review of the first episode of my podcast called Shut Up and Refill My Popcorn. Looking at the list of all the movies I've done, I know I have to do a redo. And shout out to Mike the Hitman, who said he's watching me. Appreciate you, brother. We did the episode on Halloween Resurrection, which I think I pushed it as a redo because I had covered Halloween already, the franchise already. But there's looking at a lot of stuff like I know I need to do the Alien franchise by itself and the Predator franchise by itself. So a lot of things to do. And yeah, man, I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to come back because I really do need to take a little bit of a break and kind of, get the juices flowing, get some more sponsor spots and think about, redoing a couple franchises. So let me go ahead and scroll. I don't know. I want to share my screen again, but plug the Spotify link or whatever. Not link. Here we go. So this is Spotify for your desktop or whatever. And, boom, there you go. Got the sorted oldest to the newest. Let's go. What is the newest? So episode 99 that dropped last week. Go down. Got that clip show, the combo clip show that I dropped because I forgot to do season 4. And then so this was November. Yeah, see, this November was the last month where I dropped 2 episodes. And then after that, I decided, you know what? If I do weekly episode drops, episode 100 will fall right at the end of March, which is actually a week after the podcast dropped, or the 4-year anniversary. But yeah, 4 years, man. 4 years. It's been fun, and it's only just begun. Hey, look at me. Happy I got my hand back. What is in store for the future? You know what? I might stick with the 2-week or the 2 episodes a month. And if I keep that, then episode 200 will drop in 2025. Stick with the March podcasting madness with the weekly releases and then the Halloween horror. But I might just, hit weekly episodes, every so often. And I don't know. Only time will tell. I want to thank you, the listeners, the watchers. If you're on the YouTube Live and not on TikTok Live, because I haven't really set that shit up, but I am on TikTok like every other person before I guess they get shut down or whatnot. Twitter, Facebook, Twitch. That's another thing I want to get back into is playing video games on Twitch. I actually found an old PS2 Slim at my job, and I got to fix it up to be able to hook it up to the computer and all that. Need a converter, but whatnot. But thinking about getting into live streaming Twitch of me playing Time Splitters 2. Probably the first time playing, I say online gaming, but like it had a arcade feature. It had a thing in there you played deathmatch, and it was obviously computer opponents. But I remember me and my brother playing it 2 players, and just if people on Fortnite complain about stuff, they would hate this game because you got to be on your fucking toes, because people they will shoot you the fuck up and you will die quickly. And that was just the fun of it growing up. And so yeah, I'm going to the arcade or the retro store, video game store in the future, get me a copy of that, and maybe throwing it down on the Twitch stream. And you know, if you're watching, you're a guest or you were a guest, you want to be a guest, hit me up on Twitter. Always open to shoot the shit with like-minded individuals. And even if we don't agree on, I mean, hell, if you see an episode or a franchise that you think that wasn't the worst one, this was the worst one, I would love to do an episode like that. That would be fresh and different. I know the Terminator franchise people might have different opinions on, well, that one sucked. No, dude, this one was worse than that one. I would love to have that conversation. That would be cool. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the 100th episode. It's been fun. It's still fun. Like I said, or I don't even know if I said it. Like I did record an episode yesterday, and just it didn't feel right. It just felt like it almost felt like I was phoning it in. And you know, this is the 100th episode. Yeah, this is probably one of the coolest monumental things that happened for this podcast. I mean, hell, dropping 50 episodes was awesome. And then I got some cameos. If you follow me on Instagram, that's the other social media. Follow me on Instagram at Shut Up Popcorn. Dropped a few cameos there. Was thinking about maybe playing them right now. If I can go ahead and do that real quick. If y'all would indulge me in my idiocracy. But I don't shy away from, yeah, I bought a cameo. I bought a cameo. It's my money. It's JG Wentworth. My money. I do what the fuck I want. You know? So here is hopefully the audio. Let me see. Bringing it up. 1 second. I'm going to share the screen one more time with audio. So if you're a fan of 90s wrestling, you will recognize this man. This is the Disco Inferno. Well, why am I fucking... He introduces himself.
Yo, this is the Disco Inferno, along with my partner Conan, and we're giving a shout out to our boy Nicho for the 100th episode of Shut Up and Refill My Popcorn.
That looks
My
fun.
favorite movie watching podcast. Check it out.
Boom, check out our boy Nicho. He always comes with the goods, and maybe we'll be on the show in the future, or maybe not. And this is what I think about your show, Nicho.
All right. So that wasn't a cameo. That was an actual. They did. I'm on their page. Well, I guess you would consider a cameo, but I'm on their Patreon, and I asked them for a quick shout out. We were doing a wrestling watch along, and they were gracious enough to drop that. And here's another shout. This is Ben Hameen from the Conspiracy Horsemen.
Yes, yo, hear me now. This is the declassified cameos coming to you directly from the Hameen missile silo. And this is a very special message for my deep cover soldier, Nicho. That's right, Nicho. I got your message to rise and praise. 100 episodes of your B-movie sequel podcast. That's right, everyone else. We love that. We loved it at Guantanamo Bay, at Abu Ghraib. Nothing made the torture better and had them talking more than listening to your podcast about crappy movie sequels. So rise and praise you, master of mind control, Nicho. Now go and shut up and refill my popcorn. 100 episodes. Rise and praise. YOLO. Yo Mohammed. You're breaking to Electric Boogaloo.
I love that. That was funny as fuck. And then this is Carlos Alasaki, voice actor, Reno 911. Taco Bell.
Well, hello, Nicho. Hey, glad you're a fan of Reno 911, James Garcia. I'm in New Mexico right now. My sinus is going crazy. I need a humidifier, doing a little small film project with a couple of buddies. And I'm glad that you like Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life, because he's one of my favorites. Very hard to do when you're dry at 8,000 feet, by the way. Yo quiero moisture. Whew, it is tough right now. Hey, I want to congratulate you on 100 episode, something very special, the Shut Up and Refill My Popcorn podcast. So congratulations from James Garcia and the Reno Sheriff's Department. We got $5.33 to donate to your cause. And from me, Rocco, and from me, way to go. Take care.
Shit, $5.15 or whatever. I'll take that. That's vending machine money. And last, I have one from Billy West, voice actor from Futurama, Ren and Stimpy, Doug. Oh man, this dude. I really regret not going to the last Comic-Con in San Antonio, because I think he was there, and I would have really loved to have him do the Shut Up, because he does the voice for Fry. I would really have loved him to just do the solid shut up and refill my popcorn in the way that Fry does it. Shut up and take my money. But here he is, Billy West.
Hey, this is for Nicho. I do a podcast called Shut Up and Refill My Popcorn. I like that. Where I review bad sequels and great franchises. That's pretty funny. You grew up with Nickelodeon and shows on Futurama. Well, let's see. What day is today? It's the 100th episode of a podcast. What a day for a podcast. Let's celebrate by eating 100 dinners of food in honor of the podcast, of course. I'm scuttling.
So those are the shout outs that I got for the 100th episode. And of course, I have the ones on the shout out tab on the website, where it's Ben Trusso, Luke Gallows, Francine, Lou Ferrigno. That's just off the top of my head. I know there's a few other ones, but it's always fun. Like, I go to these Comic-Cons and I ask for these video deals, and it's fun how each person interprets what I'm asking and then does their thing. Like Billy West, you can tell he kind of read what I had put on the cameo, but it's still cool as fuck. And it's he actually said he likes the title and he likes the concept, so that's pretty cool. And then the name Nicho, obviously it's not my real government name, it's a nickname. It's one that I kind of gave myself because it's the nickname for my middle name. And so only a few people really call me that, and it kind of threw me up back at first, and I realized that's pretty cool. Like like everybody knows, my name is Joe, so it's different. And yeah, so having somebody kind of like, I don't know if it's Nicho or Nico. I'm going with Nico, but I'll probably release the raw cameos on YouTube or something. But that's gonna be it, guys. Hopefully I had more viewers this time around. The thing about doing TikTok lives is you can see the numbers. They go up to 100, 200 viewer, whatever, and then you can see it dramatically go down to like 2 or 3. When I do the TikTok lives, I was doing them basically, you get the people that show movies and stuff like that. I did a TikTok live with Christmas Vacation, and then the episodes of Yellowstone and stuff like that. And I would always see the numbers drill down. But I'm not, I think, it's been a while since. I might do some movies on there now, but other than that, that's going to be it, guys. That is the episode. Again, I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. 100% appreciate you. We appreciate the downloads, the views, the subscriptions, it's not just something to say. I really do. It's humbling, and you know, it drives me to make more content and be more creative, and you know, maybe one of these days get into animation, because I know that I got some crazy shit that I don't know if I can film that, you know. So one more time for episode 100. If you're not laughing, you're not living. Take care of yourself and the people you love. Nanu nanu. Peace. And you're still on the live, and you're gonna watch me with the fingers stop the recording